Hey everyone, welcome to Expeditions, a Mudrunner game. Since I love SnowRunner and plan to play Roadcraft, I felt like I should check this one out as well. So let's get into it. I'm playing with a controller and I'm on my laptop for this first look as I was at work, but I made sure to write down a bunch of notes and my thoughts as I went through the game. The tutorial is a little more handholdy than SnowRunner, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. There's lots of new and interesting quirks to this game, such as battery power, tire inflation, so I'm glad that it actually gives you a little bit of a handhold here. The controls being slightly different from SnowRunner are going to bug me a bit, but so far the game looks great, and the way the truck rides through the bumps and puddles here looks really slick. Quite impressed with it so far. Just look at that suspension curl over, and the water on the tires here as I go through. Very good looking. This new inventory system they've added looks like it could be quite intuitive. I'm excited to see what they do with it as we get deeper into the game. Here's something I'm a big fan of. This tire inflation system seems really well implemented. Like, really excited to see the practical use for it when we finally get out there. Refueling seems pretty straightforward. I see there's a way to recharge batteries there too. That's pretty neat. The selective repair system from SnowRunner looks like this is what it is now. It's gotten a little bit of a tweak, I see. I'm I'm not sure how I feel about it. I liked going through the menus in SnowRunner, but I plan on playing the game with a steering wheel as well, so I'm not sure how it's going to be when I start navigating it with a steering wheel. I'm sure we'll find out. And there you have it. That's our first expedition done. So I'm going to go navigate some menus and we'll get right back into it. So, on to our first real expedition, coincidentally titled First Expedition. Let's get after it. Here's another really cool gimmick they've added, the Echo Sounder. No longer are we going to float down a river. Well, I mean, hopefully not float away down a river, because now we'll be able to know where the safe passages are. There, now that we've grabbed that satellite dish, we're gonna mark our way and make our way to the top of the hill over yonder here. We'll get it all set up. And look at this, drones? That's something I never really expected in this game. A pretty neat way to get a sneak peek of where you're going and plan some routes out, I suppose. There, scouting done. Let's get back to driving. Yeah, here's something new. Winching, huh? Ah, never heard of it. And there you go. We made her up to the top. Let's set up the station. So, in addition to all our cool new gadgets and gizmos, we also have binoculars now. Love that. I'm not sure if I quite understood how the game wanted me to scout with them here, but it seemed to work. It ticked over, so I guess I did it right. And after a quick little drone scout, looks like we're basically done the mission here, so it seems like they want us to recover back to the shop there. there we have it. That's our first expedition complete. I'm going to struggle to navigate the new menus here again, but hopefully I come back out with a new vehicle and a new mission to tackle. Alrighty, so because I love Saber Interactive so much, I decided to purchase the special edition. So now I have access to this cool Dawn 71 SE, which I can only imagine stands for Special Edition. The mission calls for yet another new tool called a metal detector. I imagine this will come in quite handy in future applications as well. So battery recharging is a new feature here. I can only imagine the metal detector takes some serious power, so I guess on future expeditions I'm going to have to bring some spare batteries with me. I'm not sure if it's just me or if anyone else has trouble navigating these, but that was frustrating. I might just be stupid though. And here is our first major obstacle, but we got this thing called an anchor point at that last resource spot, so let's try and use that to get up over this cliff. There we go. A placeable winch spot. Who would have known it? After a little bit of trial and error there, actually got up and over that cliff pretty simply. And as you can probably see down there, I actually never needed to climb this hill in the first place. I guess I'm going to need to pay better attention and use the maps and the drones a little more when I decide to go on these expeditions. There we go. What a nice picture. Alright, well, let's turn around and make our way back down the hill here. I forgot to hold the brake down. Oh dear. Oh dear. My truck stalled, so I can't start the... Oh man. Oh boy. Well, I made it to the bottom of the hill anyways. There we go. For our efforts, we've unlocked the high-range gearbox for the TUZ-16 Action. Perfect. Let's get out of here. There we go. After a little backtracking, we found our final zone, the resources on the red signal. So that's the nearby areas expedition complete as well. And I'm not sure what we're going to do from here. I'm going to look at the map a little bit. So, I saw on the map what I can only assume to be this game's version of tasks. So we're going to go check out this altar. Trying to remember everything I've just learned to utilize it here as a practical application. So after using some drone scouting, looks like we got a little bit of a drive, but it looks like I can stick around this flat part here and climb up this hill here. So let's get to it. There we go. Remembering I have these new anchor points, so I actually have a winch position to get myself up over this little jog here. And another good utilization of the drones, and that's helpful. So I would have tried to go up that cliff there, but now if I zoom out, I can look around and see that there's actually a pretty safe path up. Just got to go the long way around here. Alright, we made it to the altar. Looks like we have a little mini game here to scan a little closer. That's pretty neat. So after I scan all this, it tells me that there's a similar site on the other side of the river. So I'm going to go scout it out. This is pretty neat. I discovered a little river crossing, or a ford, as Expedition calls it, and it gave us a little cash for doing that. I think that's pretty cool. And it calls little pathways to get up places, it calls them climbs. So that's also pretty cool. Gives us another $100. All right. Pick up this flight recorder here, and it says we have to deliver it to some camp. Maybe it's our base camp? Must be. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So, there's some goodies that I find here flying around the drone, so I'm going to go check them out before I start making my way all the way back. So this spot has some fuel and some repair stuff, but it has a dinosaur femur. Can anyone tell me what that's about? Like, what do you do with this thing? Is it for a mission in the future or a task in the future? Let me know in the comments what the dinosaur bone is actually for, please. Thank you. So I also saw that we were close to this gold mine task, so I thought we'd scoot down the hill and check it out as well. This little shack here. And the next step for it is telling us to go way, way, way up to the north. So I guess we'll revisit that later. Let's make our way back to the camp. There, now that we're getting back to camp here, I saw these building modules. So I'm guessing this is to upgrade your base here. That's pretty interesting, but like, it never really explained that. I wonder if it'll explain it in a later expedition or the mission task thing. You know. Anyways, there's the flight recorder delivered. Alter task is all done and dusted. So I notice now that after I'm done honking and honking and honking, that there's a new task right in front of us. So let's go grab that. Beautiful view, huh? Well, judging by the map here, it looks like it wants us to loop all the way back down where we just went to the altar and come back to the top. So we'll do that next time, probably in a stream. I'm thinking about streaming this game. Would you guys be interested in seeing me stream this game? This feels like a game I should be doing live commentary for, so I'm not going to be able to play this while I'm at work. So I might save it for when I'm actually home from work. Tell me what you guys think. Oh, does anyone know how to access this garage? Like, if there even is one, like, you know, just recovering to fully repair and refuel your stuff? Because I'm a little lost here. Well, there you have it. A proper first look at Expeditions. So, once again, I am thinking of streaming this game. I think it'd be a perfect game to stream. You guys could point out little mini tips and stuff as I play along. Kind of show me more of the mechanics as I master the game. But, you know, let me know in the comments what you think. Should I start streaming this? Should I stream The Hunter? You know, I'm down to stream. I'm down to grow the channel a little bit. Like, this is just a hobby. But I am down to grow the channel a little bit. I'm quite impressed with our growth so far. Anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.